Friday, August 16th, and if you listen quietly, you can hear the sounds of kids' B-points flying away. Because apparently some of us have issues on Fridays, or just any day that ends in Y. Let's see, from theirs, we'll get a chance to get to the things for you. Home children, so you can see. I'm going to talk about my shirt right there. So, we offer up a Heroes t-shirt every year. We designed a new one going back like 20 years that we've had different shirts. This is the one from 2 years ago. This class are now freshmen. Last year we did like a TikTok shirt. Every Friday I will wear a different Heroes shirt for a while because I've got like 20 different ones of them. We will be offering one up to you guys coming up soon where you get a chance to buy a shirt too. Thanks. If you are wanting to. I'm sorry that you're dead. On my desk, grab the little white piece of paper. And then also, make sure you watch this video right here where I go, "Hi, Brinley, sorry you're dead. Watch the video with us." And then you should be good to go from there. All right. And so you guys will get a chance to purchase a shirt also at some point. If you watch Hallways, sometimes you will see Stars, Globetrotters, and Heroes wearing shirts from like last year and stuff like that. But they're out there. When is class names due?
Monday.
Today.
Tuesday.
Yesterday.
So many
The
fun
20th.
answers.
Friday.
And when is the 20th?
The Monday.
Friday. It's
Hang on.
Wednesday. It's Thursday.
Quick time out.
Next Thursday. Wait.
One, I'm proud of you
No, it's
for the
Tuesday.
kids
It's Tuesday.
who
It's
looked over
Tuesday.
here. But all this tells you is when it's not due. Because when is it not due?
It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday.
Yeah, it's
Tuesday.
not due today.
It's
So
Tuesday.
that's
I found
okay,
out.
shh, it's okay, I can hear you. I'm not, remember, old, not deaf. And so it doesn't tell you next week's though. This was you guys having to have paid attention to when it was going to be due. Those of you who paid attention, when is it due?
Monday. Wednesday.
Tuesday.
It's okay.
Saturday. Tuesday.
If it helps, I'm not going to tell you either. We're just going to let it be a surprise then.
Monday.
So we'll find out.
It's Tuesday because it's
You know, I know what day it is. You're not trying to convince me. I assigned
it's
it.
the
If
It was Monday.
it helps, it will be up on the screen again in a moment, and we'll find out.
It's Monday.
It's Tuesday.
Also, congrats on almost finishing your first full week. Most of you did not die. We literally just had a kid die there. And then apparently we had this other kid who died, and a kid back there. So apparently we do have some deaths, but you guys have made it through the week. I mean, not all the way, because Brinley almost made it, and then she just died. But maybe you guys will make it the whole week without death, and we'll see what happens from there. All right. So, given that many of you have not finished this yet, since I keep hearing you guys trying to ask each other names, we're going to go over it and try to help you here in a moment, because again, my heart's full of love, and we're going to see which of you guys followed directions. That could be kind of fun. I'm assuming we have table of contents is set up correctly. What's wrong with that? Because next week when I grade this on whatever day it's due, who knows what day that is, I will be checking your table of contents because that's part of your grade. Juliana? Oh, silly. And then to here.
I was the 20th.
So, one, apparently, I discovered earlier that some kids are, wait, didn't we do a yellow sheet in here?
Yeah.
What was the yellow sheet goal?
The
The reason I bring that up is apparently some kids in here have the names written down but no numbers next to them. And remember, if you don't have them numbered, I don't grade it. Even though I keep saying it out loud, this is me trying to help make sure you have it numbered. And hopefully those of you who read the directions, you also have them alphabetized. It should be from A at the top down to the last one, which is a W at the bottom. And so those, again, those of you who went through and followed the directions, that's why we went through and followed the directions with that whole alphabetical from the A down to the bottom. And then we'll get a chance to go through and help you out here in just a moment. And I will, Jaden,
Is it if their first name starts with A?
it's whatever name you wrote down.
Oh,
So-
so say I put my name first.
Yes, as long as your last name is an Adams, then you would be good. And so as long as you wrote Adams and didn't write Jaden, then you should be good. Because Jaden starts with a J.
My brain
I can tell from that one. and then down. And so I will go through here in a moment, and then we're going to have some of you guys say them out loud to try and help. And here's where I've been trying to stall for a moment to see if we had any smart kids in here, because I've watched 3 of you read the directions multiple times and not say anything. Penny? It doesn't. It doesn't say it in the directions. This is where I will lie to you if you don't read the directions. That's why it's written behind me. I found out that I can make kids do extra work because I will just say a random thing and you guys will just nod your heads and go okie dokie, as opposed to reading words that are right there. Good job, Penny. You just saved them. Yeah, I will do that a lot when I realize that you guys will just go off anything I say and seeing which ones of you guys will go, but the word bits. And I'll go, good job, one smart kid. Good job, one smart kid. Now, home children, I'm going to pause this because that's not going to help you because that's only the kids in this class. Unless you're Brinley, then, I mean, you're just dead. Or Kendall, but you're also just dead. Or Karis, but you're also, there's a lot of dead kids in here. But for the others of you, you're just out of luck. So we'll bring this back in just a moment. Getting a Simpson sheet again, you just got to talk to me at the end of class. I just save them till then, and then I'm more than happy to give you one. Home children, I was just showing them on, if you want a Simpson sheet, it's on my Canvas page. You just scroll down, button, Simpson sheet, you can print it from there. All right. Here is, kind of unfortunately, but also fortunate because that's kind of fun, your homework that's going to be due Monday. We're still not into the really painful homework yet. This is still the kind of fun, easy homework. You are going to have to find 5 pictures of things that you enjoy, and you're going to print them out and bring them in that we're going to be putting on a big friend board poster. Big friend board poster that we're going to be putting out in the hallway for the whole school to see. And so you're going to find little pictures of things you like. Sports you play, foods you like to eat, or YouTubers that you follow, your favorite sports team, whatever it may be, you're just going to print pictures out and we're going to put them on there. I'll walk you guys through it here. The pictures you choose have to be of different things. You cannot have 5 of the same thing. Even if you love football and you're like, football's life, you can't just have a picture of a football helmet and then a football and then the Dallas Cowboys and then the Colts dome. Not me, trust me, other people are crazy. And you can't have a picture of you playing football. You have to, I know, you love football, I get it. But you're going to have other things on there too. So 5 different pictures of things. And then you're going to have to print them out on paper. You cannot just bring me your iPad and go, look, here they are, because then when I staple your iPad to this, one of us is probably going to be a little sad. So it has to be paper version. Also, you don't want big pictures. You are only doing, one little section is yours. This is all you're decorating. So I would say roughly, the size of your hand, or some of you guys who might be petite people, it might be 2 of your hands. But that's as much room as you're looking for. Don't print off 5 full-page pictures because it's not going to work. Before I get to Jaden, this is due Monday, because as we pointed out, what is due Tuesday?
Monday is James, class.
There you go.
Monday.
This is due Monday.
You forgot to keep recording.
This is what, if it makes it easier for you, this is what I'm sort of looking for you to do. Combine all the pictures together into something to print off. This kid, if you want to include your own creepy face, that's fine. Creepy face is optional. But you just include pictures of things that you enjoy, that you like. If you don't have access to a printer and you can't print it, I can print it for you. But it makes me do work. So I charge you 3 B points for me printing it. Unless you have a big person bring me a note. If the big person writes a note saying we don't have a printer, then it's free. But if not, you email me and I can print it for you. I charge you 3 B points for each thing I print. So to help you, you're going to want to put all your pictures together, there's an app called Pic Collage on the school iPad, and it allows you to put all the pictures together. Then you just send me that one picture with all of your things in there, and then I only have to charge you 3 points. Because if you send me 5 individual pictures, I'm not real good at math, but
15.
that equals tiers. So you're going to want to put them all together, and then I can print it for you. So these are the directions on there to try to help you out. Due Monday, I'm going to walk you through this. All right, Jaden, now your question?
When mommy don't you cover on printer, so can I bring the note or you can print it for me?
You mean the thing I just answered? There you go. Did I get your question also, Avery? Did you have a question? No, how silly. I'll never call on you again. Okay, so we're good to go on this part of it. All right. This piece of paper that you got, that you wrote your first and last name on, the other side is called directions. Remember when that one teacher told you to put all the classroom names in alphabetical order?
No, I don't. Yeah.
This is where we find out which kids read directions versus which kids just listen to my mouth moving. Next week, we're going to begin a project. This project involves 2 parts, and on here it tells you what those 2 parts are. There's directions. One part is you're going to be working on a poster. It's going to look like this. You are going to be getting into a group of about 4 kids. And in the group of 4 kids, you're going to be creating a big friend board that goes out in the hallway for everybody to see. And I'm going to walk you through the directions on how this works. I have also, an example one of one of my favorite groups that ever came through, and I kept theirs as an example one to try to help you out. Now, one of the questions that usually pops up right away is, do you get to choose your own group? And of course the answer is yes. You guys have actually already chosen your own groups. This weekend, I'm going to find out who you chose, because I'm going to look into your hearts. And your hearts are going to tell me who you want in your group. And so I don't know who it is yet either. Monday you're going to show up, and I'll let you know what your heart told me. And I'll go, your heart chose these 3 other kids. And you're going to go, but those kids are creepy. And I'm like, well, what does that tell you about your heart? And we get to help you out from there. So, looking at your little direction things on here, here's how the poster's going to go. 1, I am taking a group photo of your group on Monday. You want to look pretty on Monday because it's going to be a picture that goes up in the hallway. So make sure Monday is a pretty day to help you out. And we're going to put the picture right there in the middle. I want you to talk to the people in your group. Part of this project's goal is communication, and so we're going to see how well you can communicate with each other. So the next thing you have to do is you have to find 2 things your group has in common. So it has to be something that other groups, so it has to be something not every group can claim. If you're a lazy slacker child, I get to be mean to you. If your group gets together and goes, the things our group has in common is we're all in this class and we're all alive. Well, I'm getting ready to solve one of those problems for you.
Okay.
So it has to be something that other groups can't claim, like we all love broccoli, or we all have younger siblings, or we've all been to Ohio. It's your choice, but you talk to each other and you find something you all have in common. Now, part of the joy is, I don't know you yet. So part of that is, you can, I don't want to use the word lie, let's say be creative. If everyone in your group has been to Ohio, but you've not been to Ohio because you have no Riz, then in that case, I've been teaching kids a long time. Then you can pretend you've been to Ohio, and so I'm not going to double check and call your parents and be like, Bobby says he's been to Ohio. Your parents are like, no, and I'm like, Bobby, you're a liar. I don't care. I just want to see how you guys talk to each other. So if everyone in your group says they have brown eyes and you've got bright blue eyes, you can just go, I have brown eyes too. And then we'll just roll with it and we'll just assume that you're wearing contact lenses that we can't see. And I'm fine with that. So this is where English allows you to be creative. Here, this group, which involves my daughter, my evil side, me and the young version of me, what they all have in common is they think Heroes English is the best class ever, because maybe not every person feels that, but they definitely feel that way. They all love eating grilled animal flesh, because that's what steaks are. I'm just sassy. And then they all enjoy having painted nails, because it makes them feel pretty, although my nail polish has come off. I don't feel pretty anymore, but whatever. Find your things that you guys have in common. And your group of pictures. Oh, I forgot about the fun part. With your group of pictures, like here for evil version of me, it has like a picture of playing soccer and then a picture of my evil smiley face. This is a picture of children crying. You'd be surprised on Google when you type in children crying how many pictures there are. There's a lot. And so you find the pictures that connect to you. Turns out there are some kids who are lazy. And come Monday, when your pictures are due, they're not going to have any pictures. It's okay. I've got your back. I will choose the pictures for you. And I know what kids love, because I was a kid too during dinosaur times. And so I get to choose your pictures. And I know kids nowadays love things like Wonder Pets and broccoli and monster trucks and My Little Pony. And I will print off pictures for you. If you don't like my pictures, you need to bring your own pictures. Because if not, we get to put them on there right next to your name, right next to your face. That'll be in the hallway. And that way other kids get to see you and go, you love My Little Pony? I'm a brony. And then they get to come up to you and talk to you in the hallway, and you get to make a new friend. Let's see, so we did that part. And I know, Adrian, your mouth is still going. It's okay, take a breath. And then you're also going to have to find 5 adjectives, which are words that describe you. So you have to find, like here, me, I'm evil and horrible, I'm a destroyer, and I'm mean. Over here, young me was funny and friendly and amusing and redundant and stabby. And so, still going. And so what you're going to have to do is find words that describe you, like I'm tall and short and smart and dumb and confused. And you find whatever 5 words work for you. If you can't think of any words, you are welcome to talk to the kids in your group. But if you look at the kids in your group and go, when you look at me, what words do you think of? You might not like the words they tell you when they have you write them down, but if that's the experiment you want to go with, that's fine with me too on that one. And then you're also going to have to make sure that when you set it up, your picture is next to your name, because if on here we find out that like Nate has monster trucks on here, but all of a sudden his stuff is right next to Connor's face, and Connor's like, ugh, monster trucks, nah. We don't want to have the wrong thing next to it, because again, if all of a sudden we find out that you're a brony and your My Little Pony stuff is next to the wrong person, that could get real awkward for someone.
Nice, give me
Adrian, what's up?
So I'm noticing that every single one says happy except for one. What made you change?
That's weird. I think it just got covered up by the crying children. Because for me, crying children and happiness are the same thing. So that's the poster you start working in on Monday. Here's the more fun part. Once you've got your group of 4 people, you are going to have to interview one of them, and you're going to be standing up in front of the class and giving a speech about this other person. So you're not talking about yourself, you're talking about someone else. Because I realized when you talk about yourself, well, one, kids can just be lazy and wait to the last second and make things up. But if I'm giving a speech about Omar, and it gets to the part about what's Omar's favorite animal, if I was lazy and never asked Omar his favorite animal, I can't just go, Omar's favorite animal is a
Pig.
elephant. And Omar's like, no, it's not. So this way, it adds a little bit more stress, and you guys get to both awkwardly stand in front of the room. So, let me explain what you're going to do for your little interview. So this is, again, on that thing in front of you called directions that some of you are not going to read, which is going to make my life really entertaining next week. But here's how it works. First off, you're going to have to tell me the other person's full name. First name, middle name, last name, full name. Now, some cultures have more than one middle name. And if they tell you more than one middle name, you have to know all those middle names. If they go, my name is Bobby Jehoshaphat Julio Spanktastic Jones, then you're going to have to write down all of those names that they have given you. Other cultures have no middle name. That's also fine. But you have to tell me they have no middle name. You can't just go, this is Bobby Jones, because you're being graded on telling me their middle name. So you have to tell me, this is Bobby, he has no middle name, Jones. And that way I figure out if I get to charge you points as you go through. Now, I watched some of your eyes a second ago, and apparently some of you don't like your middle name. Guess what? I don't know it. So here's where being creative comes in. Yeah, again, I didn't say I couldn't look it up. I'm saying I don't know it, and I have no desire to look it up. So if you don't like your middle name, be creative. You can make your middle name whatever you want, because I'm not going to double check it, because that sounds like work. So if your middle name is Susie and you want to make it Angela, more power to you. Or if you want to be more creative and you don't like your middle name at all and you want your middle name to be Awesome Sauce, then you can be Bobby Awesome Sauce Jones. And we're going to go, wow, your parents are pretty special. And you'll go, yeah, special. And so you can have that little bonding moment. And that's fine with me too. So you know their first name, middle name, last name. Next up, I want to know where they were born. City and state of where they were born. Now, for many of you in here, it's probably going to be Fishers, Noblesville, Carmel, or Indianapolis. That's where the vast majority of these kids were born. But not everyone was. Some of you were born far away in a place like Terre Haute or Muncie. Some people were born in a really exotic place called another state, like Kansas or Michigan. And a few people were born in make-believe places like other countries. And so in that case, you just have to tell us what the name of the country was. And also, if you don't know where you were born, hopefully there are these big people in your house that you can go talk to and ask them. But realize how you word it may be an awkward conversation. Because if you go home today and go, Mommy, Daddy, where did I come from? That may be a conversation that you're not fully prepared for, and that's why we have wellness class. But I'm not one to judge, but you're welcome to have that. If you don't like where you were born, because whatever it was, like I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, then guess what? I wasn't there. I don't know where you were born. You can change it, and you can be born in another country. You're like, I was born in a small island off of Alaska. It's called Russia. And so that's fine with me. You can even be so creative and say you were born on this planet called Tatooine with 2 suns, and your last name used to be Skywalker. That's fine. You get to tell me however that works for you. My goal with this is to see how well you can follow directions, how well you can be creative, and how well you can talk to people. And, okay. Also, what their birthday is. I don't need to know the year. I'm just looking for the month and the day. And so you have to find out what that is. Now, again, you can absolutely not lie, be creative, because again, I'm not looking up your birthday, but if you were born on April 2nd, and you're like, God, I want to be April, and you'd much rather be born in September, that's fine. You can tell the person born September 5th. The only problem with you making up a new birthday is there's an off chance someone in this room may have that same birthday. And if you lie, if you're creative and say that your birthday is September 5th, that kid may go, my birthday's September 5th. They're like, birthday buddies! And now every year on September 5th, this weird creepy kid is going to go, high five, birthday buddy! And you're like, what are you? Oh my God. And so that's up to you if you want to have that little weird awkward moment. Or you can be really creative and say that your birthday was like November 59th because you prefer that than January. And you're like, January 9th? November 59th. And that could work also along those same lines. What's up?
Can we make it a month?
you know what? If it's creative, I'm not one to judge on that, and that is fine with me too. Addie?
Do we have to be creative or just tell the truth?
You can tell the truth, that's fine with me. Some people are more, good question, Lon. Some of you in here, I'm gonna have to put some of you with the kid who's lazy. I don't know who the lazy kid is yet, but for some of you, your soul is gonna put you in the same group as the lazy kid. Here's the problem. Let's say I'm with lazy kid Bobby, and I go, Bobby, when were you born? And Bobby goes, nah. And I go, Bobby, what's your middle name? And he goes, nah. In that case, I'm gonna fail because I don't have his information. But guess what? I like good kids more than I like lazy kids. So here's what I do. If you're interviewing the kid that just goes, nah, you get to be creative and make up whatever you want. Because if they're not going to tell it to you, and you go, Bobby, what's your middle name? And he goes, nah. You go, Bobby Twinkle Toes Jones it is. And Bobby goes, no, it's Jeffrey. And you go, too bad, Twinkle Toes. Next time, don't be lazy. Because again, I have no pity for that lazy kid. This is how you get to suffer to make you a better person. Same thing if they say they don't know where they were born, you get to help them on that one too. Let's see from there. Remind me, on Monday, we're going to pick up with favorite subject, but we'll stop there because unfortunately, the bell's going to ring and I have to let you guys leave. Thanks, I'll be here all week.
Bobby Jones.
Monday, we find out who your soul chose. And I know you guys are excited to find out.